The short answer is that yes, a vulnerability assessment should be done, but it's not for everybody. And a capable provider should look at you and say, look, what is the end goal? And what that is an exercise that is done by trained cybersecurity experts, and they're going to come into the network and do things like penetration testing, which is to test in the feet of a hacker how easy it is to get inside the network. They're gonna look at things like whether you have passwords out on the dark web, whether your firewall is configured properly, whether your email can be compromised, whether things in the network is set up properly. There are a bunch of technical things that they would evaluate using specific tools, and coming out of that they would give you a very detailed technical report that says, this is what we found, these are what the issues are, this is what you have to fix, this is what you have to remediate to get the network into a place where it is more secure. What a vulnerability assessment will tell you is where you are, but it's not for everybody. The mistake a lot of companies make is that they follow that guidance to do a vulnerability assessment and they forget what the goal of the exercise is. What typically happens is that they say, okay, we need to get a vulnerability assessment, let's go out there and get some quotes. That usually takes 2 to 3 months to get quotes, to evaluate, to choose a provider, to get approvals done. When you finally engage a provider to do an assessment, you're looking at another 4 to 5 weeks to do the actual exercise. At the end of those 5 weeks, you have a detailed technical report. What could possibly happen, and where we see a lot of companies fail with this, is they have a technical report which nobody understands. That particular problem is one of the big reasons why we created Rose One. If you remember when we were young, I had a cartoon called Captain Planet, when he used to say, knowing is half the battle. So it's exactly that, because what we are saying is, well, instead of doing that when we already know what the problems are, why not implement this solution without having the need to hire resources, to purchase software, to acquire expertise, to buy infrastructure? Why not fix the problem from day one, where within the first day of onboarding, you're already beginning your journey to becoming more secure, more protected. You have those things in place, and you don't have that upfront investment to make to get there.